service, and you truly are making a difference. I see it locally in the Tampa Bay area, but all nationwide.
Thank you,
And I appreciate your service. First question is, there have been some, Mr. Secretary, there have been some who have said the President's budget request is cutting services to homeless veterans by not requesting additional HUD-VASH vouchers. Is it true that there are over 10,000 HUD-VASH vouchers, or 10% of all the HUD-VASH vouchers that Congress funded last year that are not being used?
That is true. Most of them are unused because they are in very high-cost areas that we haven't been able to meet the rents. I've been in contact with, and I think I've mentioned this to the chairman, leadership, particularly in Los Angeles. We are working with them to find some way to get around this problem, more transitional homes for veterans homelessness. We're expanding the facilities that we have, particularly in Southern California. But yes, that is true. We have 10,000 that have not been used.
Yeah, and we did have a hearing in Southern California with Congressman Levin, and that's what we heard as well. And I think even in my area, the cost of living is very high, so I would appreciate you working on that. Thank you for doing that. But it is unfair, would you agree, that the administration is being criticized for not requesting new vouchers when there's more than 10,000 vouchers available?
Sir, I understand your point. As part of this budget, we've added $30 million for additional caseworkers to work those. It is specifically, our problem is in very high-cost communities where we just can't get the participation of enough private owners to participate in this. But we are adding additional resources just because of the complexity of having to work each case.
And I would add the success story. And Dr. Rowe mentioned the decrease from hundreds of thousands to the 38,000. Just in the last 2 fiscal years, we have managed to find homes for 125,000 veterans and their families. The way this will continue to work, though, is that we have to enhance our partnerships with the private sector, with charities, with non-governmental organizations, so they can help us go where we don't go to find those veterans who are on the street.
And getting the additional case managers will help you do that, correct?
Yes, sir.
So it's a smart move. I mean, this is a priority of the administration. Obviously, it's a priority of this committee as well. Okay, Mr. Secretary, I've seen in the American Legion's testimony, which we'll hear on the second panel, that VA should consider public-private partnerships with community hospitals to increase VA's market penetration in underserved areas by renting space in existing facilities. Now, we don't need that in my area, but in other parts of the country, I think it's necessary. I also strongly believe that we can leverage the already existing framework of community health centers to increase VA's footprint. Would you support these concepts? And just give me your opinion on that, because I think it's important, particularly with the community health centers, and that's all over the country. They do such a wonderful job.
Well,
And it would make veterans' life a lot easier to travel there as opposed to going to a hospital, which may be hundreds of miles away. Yes, please.
that's the beauty of mission. In fact, I never remember the entire acronym, but the words, the letters that I do remember are integrated network. Mission allows the veterans the choice to find those community providers. There are about 880,000 community providers across the country. That could be community hospitals or doctors or nurse practitioners. So our goal is to get veterans to the care that is most advantageous to them.
Thank you very much. And Doctor, do you want to add something?
No, not in addition to what the Secretary said.
Okay, thank you very much. And again, thank you for your service. And I'm telling you, I mean, I hear from veterans everywhere that you are truly making a difference. God bless you. Thank you, and I yield back, Madam Chair. Mr. Chair.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Bilirakis. Mr. Lamb, you're recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr.